This is Frank Peters Media. In celebration of 52 years of hip hop, here are the 52 wealthiest hip hop artists of all time. Rubber Band Man tied at 52nd with 30 million, letting them know that they can have whatever they like. Baby got backs all the way to the bank, having his posse on Broadway to being tied at 52nd with 30 million. Put him on glass. This Southern playalistic guy is cooler than a polar bear's toenails, tied for 52nd at 30 million. From rap to runways to Rihanna, he landed at 30 mil tickets. Sorry, Miss Jackson, he is for real. Worth 35 million, he'd be wealthy forever, forever, ever, forever, ever. Style, flows, business moves. $40 million worth of ad and bullshit. He walks it like he talks it, all the way to the bank. That way it paid him $40 million. $40 million buys an awful lot of chicken and beer, as well as a bunch of furiously fast cars. Saw the future, and it was worth $50 million, tied at number 40. Can you work it? I think she worked it. Got 50 million out of it. She worked it. From the mixtape circuit to the main stage, that run has him tied at 40 with $50 million. Some will complain that White Iver's son is not a rapper, but he's still tied at 40 and still worth 50 million. They see him rolling, they hating, they can't believe they riding dirty all the way to 50 million, tied at 40. Rest well, Dr. Jekyll gave us Diddy, Heavy D, Mary J. State today is worth 50 million strong. This soul survivor has $50 million locked up that he can shake that all the way to the bank. Tied at 40. $50 million buys a whole lot of apple bottom jeans with the fur. His wealth, though, is not low at all. No flash, just bars. And about $60 million to go along with it. Tied at number 37. I don't know what you heard about him, but many men wish death upon him. That ain't stopped him being worth $60 million. This princess of the posse set it off and had $60 million singing UNITY, living single all the way to the bank. His pants are sagging, braided hair, suck and stare, but he don't care. He got $65 million to count at 6 in the morning. I ain't mad at you, even though you seen money you had to give more. Was worth a couple $100,000 when he died, now he turned that into 70 million. From black and yellow to being young, wild, and free. Enjoy that $70 million. This St. Lunatic's country grammar has it getting hot in her, all the way to the tune of $70 million. Even in legacy, that brass monkey impact still going strong for $75 million, tied at 32. He gets those goosebumps every time. He looks at that good old Cactus Jack bank account and sees that he's worth $80 million, coming in at 31. In hip-hop, when the sound changed, it was him behind it. $85 million worth of influence, number 30. And another one, all he does is win no matter what. He's the best, $95 million worth. Now we reach 9 figures. That's a whole lot of O's. Rapping about her WAP made her a WAP. About $100 million of business from the Bronx to the bank. Number 24. Mr. Worldwide took party records and turned that into a $100 million business, tied at number 24. Three kids from New York turned No Rules into $100 million worth of legacy, tied at 24. From punk to rap to cultural icon, $100 million later, still no sleep till Brooklyn. It went down in the DMs, and from the trap to the boardroom, that grind paid to be tied at 24 to the tune of $100 million. Don't call it a comeback. He's been here for years. That's how he stacked $120 million. Number 23. He sat down, was humble, worth $140 million. When he says they not like us, ain't too many people that can kill his vibe. Number 22. He turned beats, arts, and culture into $150 million of creative control and married Alicia Keys. Number 18. Every day he's hustling, and that hustle turned into $150 million. At 18, please put some respect on his name. $150 million, he ain't got to be finished or done. From Queens to the throne, the Barbie pink print turned bars into $150 million, tied at 18. Wow, 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 yippee-yo, yippee-yay. Well, in case if they gave him $160 million worth of it. Bow down to $160 million. Friday to the big three for him today and every day is a good day. If you could count how many times the word milli is said in a milli, by the way, it's 52. It still isn't close to the $170 million Lil Wayne is worth. Nas knew he could be what he wanted to be, which is why he rules the world and everything in it worth $200 million. It was all a dream back when Big went from having 222s in his shoes to having a state worth $200 million. He made us say, nah, and made $200 million along the way, selling records, chips, and breakfast cereal. We have made it to the top 10. Seatbelts, please. From being happy with Minions to directing Louis V, this nerd being worth $250 million will blow your mind all the way to Neptune. His name is one of the best to ever do it. He is whatever you say he is, which is worth $250 million. Even though this Cookie Monster didn't move many album units, he does know how to move weight, all the way to the tune of $325 million. We waited and he got his money right. Made billions, lost them, but still worth $350 million. Well, this is a story all about how parents just don't understand how this man built a $350 million empire. Introducing your lineup for the starting five. Did he do it? If it is being worth $400 million, then yes, he did it. And he told us that he won't stop. Take that. He just wanted to be successful, and it was all part of God's plan. And that got him to $400 million. I know this one was not suspected, but many don't feel the vibrations. But this man is still worth 400 million, and he was a platinum artist before the Calvin Klein Mantis and all the movies. You can call him Shaq Diesel, the big Aristotle, the big cactus, the big everything. Shaq Fu, Mr. Bad at free throws. You know what you can't call him? Broke or poor, because he's worth $500 million. He has expressed himself, and now is it Dre? Is it Dre? Every day is a Dre day, and he's worth $500 million. And the winner is, allow him to reintroduce himself. His name is, he let us know he's not a businessman. He's a business, comma, man. And he will not lose at $2.5 billion. Number one. Thank you for watching the Mountaintop. Please click like, follow, subscribe, and debate below.